So once again, she's trying to find a quick fix to avoid doing the hard work.
Freddie.
What about Freddie?
That belongs to Freddie.
Shanae, the lying need to stop now.
Just like anyone else, and every time I had a problem, it's £1, £2, £5.
A hamburger is about the size of a $50 and a pea on a plate, and that's 300 calories right there.
Penny is very stubborn, and Ed does enable her. He buys whatever she tells him, and if he doesn't, he's gonna be in trouble.
Number 3. Sheenie's sickening diet. Sheenie's weight is 712 pounds with a BMI of 123, which is 5 times the healthy BMI. She's been dealing with weight issues since she was 5 years old, and she links it to her cousin physically molesting her. Sheenie started sneaking in more food and overeating to deal with the trauma, which made her morbidly overweight. As a teenager, Sheenie was bullied and weighed nearly 200 pounds.
For 4 months, I have seen you from day one. You haven't lost any weight. But she's taking 5 times the safe amount to try and force a lot of weight loss. There is a serious issue to avoid facing the fact that you gain because you know you are overeating. You come here to have weight loss surgery. You haven't lost any weight in 4 months.
She was also diagnosed with cellulitis, a bacterial infection that affected her legs and restricted movement, and gained another 100 pounds by age 20.
So once again, she's trying to find a quick fix to avoid doing the hard work. Plus, the hospital staff not only seeing you eating pizza, but burger.
Freddie.
What about Freddie?
That belongs to Freddie.
Shanae, the lying need to stop now.
I'm telling you, doctor, I got water
You
weight.
should have lost 130 pounds by now.
It was me that ate it. She didn't eat any of that.
You both need to stop lying. We are pissing you off. We're working
Shanae,
everything.
calm
We're
down.
giving you every tool to lose weight, and you're telling us all this lie. Then how come you're not losing weight?
I haven't ate anything.
After being physically attacked by one of her cousin's acquaintances at age 23, Sheenie turned to food for comfort, believing that staying big would protect her. By the time she met and married Freddie, she weighed over 500 pounds and showed no signs of slowing down with unhealthy eating habits. Her typical meals consisted of macaroni and cheese, deep-fried foods, and sugar, which she adds to everything, including spaghetti. She was also seen buying junk food at the supermarket and snacking on fried shrimp on the way home. Sheenie's eating habits are highly unhealthy and have been compounded by her traumatic experiences. She was often bullied and ridiculed, causing her to turn to food for comfort. Her weight has steadily increased over the years, and she's had to seek help from Dr. Now to lose weight. Sheenie's struggle with food is not only physical but also psychological and emotional, and she needs professional help to address it. Sheenie Murray Hawkins struggled with obesity for most of her life, and her eating habits played a significant role in her weight gain. She would regularly consume large quantities of unhealthy, high-calorie foods, often drenched in oil and sugar. In a scene from her appearance on the show, Sheenie can be seen adding a bag of sugar to her spaghetti and insisting on having sugar in her chocolate milk. She also admits to having cravings for fried foods, particularly fried shrimp, which she would eat 3 to 4 times a week.
I have been working hard towards it.
If you work hard, it'll show on the scale. Are you eating this junk and
No.
you keep lying to me?
She didn't eat
I'm
it.
not eating any of that.
She didn't
How
do
did
it. Telling you the truth, like I wouldn't lie about that.
It started
Like she really
pissing me
has.
off.
She really has been working for it.
Sheenie's diet lacked essential nutrients and was full of empty calories. She would regularly eat macaroni and cheese, fried foods, and sugary drinks, all of which contributed to her weight gain. Her eating habits were so out of control that she would have a nervous breakdown when she didn't have sugar. Even when she was put on a strict 1,200 calorie a day diet, she still struggled to stick to it and would cheat on her diet regularly. Sheenie's addiction to unhealthy foods was so strong that she found it difficult to give up her favorite foods, even though she knew they were making her sick.
And then you're smart enough not to throw it to your own trash, throw it to somebody else's trash.
Because I'm going to work to get the weight off. The surgery's not going to fix it. Hey, doctor.
Hey, Shanae, see what I found.
Sheenie's eating habits were not only unhealthy but also dangerous. Her obesity put her at risk of developing several health problems, including diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Her body mass index, or BMI, was 5 times the healthy BMI range, indicating severe obesity.
50 pounds since you're right instead of losing. And you claim that you're not eating very much? Really? You just hold to your lie, then maybe all these issues just magically will go away and you will lose weight. So if you eat less, you lose weight, right?
Yes.
You're not losing weight, so you're not eating less, right?
Number 2. Asante's Adventures. Stephen Asante was a participant in the 5th season of the show My 600 Pound Life. At the start of his journey, he weighed almost 800 pounds and displayed a negative attitude towards complying with Dr. Now's recommended diet regimes. Despite several ups and downs, Stephen eventually underwent weight loss surgery, which helped him lose some of his weight. However, his progress has been limited, and Dr. Now warned that he might start gaining weight soon.
I'm not sure what to expect. From what I understand, he suffers from severe psychological issues.
And I see 10 piles of empty pizza boxes in here. I said, let me tell you something, it's gonna stop.
I had 4 a.m. breakfast, and then I pretended like I didn't have 4 a.m. breakfast, and then I had breakfast again.
Nice to meet you. You doing okay?
Yeah, and a lot of pain from the trip, though. It was quite the ride.
He's casually asking for some pain medication, but his body language shows that he really wants it. That here in the hospital, that's going to be 1,000 calories a day. We should be able to get you to lose at least 50 pounds a month. He does show some erratic behavior. As he gets comfortable in here, that the honeymoon period will be over.
In the last follow-up episode on the Asante brothers, Stephen tried to reconnect with Justin with hopes of redemption. Stephen's addiction to painkillers, coupled with his severe psychological issues, made it difficult to treat him. Stephen has a history of disgusting eating habits, including ordering pizza while on a controlled diet, manipulating his way into getting extra food, and craving fast food despite being on the road to meet Dr. Now. Stephen claimed to have an addiction to food, and it was almost impossible for him to resist cravings. Stephen Asante's eating habits were a major concern throughout his appearance on the show. He had a history of overeating and binge eating, which contributed to his morbid obesity. Stephen admitted to having an addiction to food, saying that when he craves something, he has to eat it no matter what, and someone has to get it for him. During his trip to Dr. Now's office, Stephen was seen consuming large amounts of fast food, including burgers, fries, and soda. He even boasted about manipulating his way into getting extra food, saying that he had 4 breakfasts that day. His father and the nurse who accompanied him both brought him breakfast, and he pretended like he didn't have any breakfast so that he could get more food. Stephen's eating habits were not only limited to fast food, as he was also seen consuming large amounts of junk food and sugary snacks, such as candy and soda. He often consumed these items in bed, and had his father or someone else fetch him more food when he ran out. Stephen's eating habits were a major obstacle to his weight loss journey, as he struggled to stick to the recommended diet and exercise plan. He was often non-compliant with the program, and his attitude towards Dr. Now's recommendations was dismissive and confrontational.
I'm on the bed here for half an hour. I got piss all over my bed. Get the out of here.
Sounds like a perfect storm of dysfunction is coming, and we may be facing the hardest challenge yet.
A hamburger is about the size of a $half in a pea on a plate, and that's 300 calories right there.
He's either in a lot of pain right now, or we are dealing with a very addictive and pathological personality here.
Your nurse?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me tell her.
These people are really getting on my last nerve.
Nice seeing you again.
All right, we'll be back.
I shake your hand. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
These habits, coupled with his drug addiction and psychological issues, made treating him very difficult for medical professionals. Despite these challenges, Stephen underwent weight loss surgery and was able to make some progress in his weight loss journey. However, he still struggled with his eating habits and had difficulty sticking to the recommended diet. His progress was slow and incremental, and he was warned by Dr. Now that he might start gaining weight again if he did not change his habits. Number 1. Penny's insane palate. Penny Sager's eating habits were highly unhealthy and contributed significantly to her obesity. She was known for consuming massive amounts of junk food and sugary drinks regularly.
Just like anyone else, and every time I had a problem, it's a pound, 2 pounds, 5 pounds.
A lot of it has to do with what she was exposed to with my dad. My dad was very abusive to my mom and to us some.
Penny has been in and out of the hospital for the past 2 years, and it is difficult to think that I could lose her.
Penny is very stubborn, and Ed does enable her. He buys whatever she tells him. And if he doesn't, he's gonna be in trouble.
I know I need to change because he deserves a full-time mom.
Her diet consisted of high-calorie, high-fat, and high-sugar foods, including chips, soda, candy, cookies, cakes, and fried foods. Penny's eating habits were so extreme that she often sent her husband, Edgar, to buy her large quantities of junk food and sugary drinks. Her grocery list typically included chips, soda, candy, and other unhealthy snacks. Edgar would often comply with her demands, despite his concerns about her health, because he loved her and didn't want to upset her. Penny's eating habits were not limited to just her meals. She would often snack throughout the day, even in bed, which contributed to a sedentary lifestyle. Her food addiction was so severe that she often hid snacks in her bed, so she wouldn't have to get up and go to the kitchen to get them. Despite being on a strict diet plan as part of her weight loss program, Penny struggled to control her eating habits. She was known for sneaking in additional food and asking the nurses to bring her junk food despite the risks to her health. This lack of discipline and commitment to the program contributed to her failure to lose weight and led to her eventually quitting the show. Overall, Penny's eating habits were a significant contributor to her obesity and health problems.
Just gaining 20 pounds a year, I ended up being close to 300.
Right now, I'm her full-time caregiver, so I can't go out and earn money. We're just living on her disability. He usually gives me a list for grocery shopping for the house. Chips, soda.
Bury her, and Liam's gonna walk beside her casket, probably before he's 10 years old.
Her addiction to junk food and sugary drinks, combined with her sedentary lifestyle, made it difficult for her to lose weight and take control of her health. That's all for today, folks. See you next time.